Us.
A few people you've never heard of or seen before, who potentially have zero talent.
Tune in on StarzPlay. No, I think what the world does, no, what the show does, is it creates this amazing world we haven't seen before. We have seen before slightly in that it's 1960s London, and it feels like nostalgic and familiar, but at the same time very unpredictable and dark and weird. And I think you get to know this world as you go along. You think you're in something that's like seems quite straightforward, and slowly the kind of wheels come off, and you realise you're in this mad place where anything can happen. I think that's one of the most exciting things about the show, as well as these two and their performances, and the central performance.
Yeah, I
It's all
think.
about you.
Well, yeah, the title would suggest that, but I think, yeah, it's not a superhero show, but there are other heroes here, and I think actually, you know, that I think it serves the existing fans of Batman. And in Gotham, I loved Gotham, but I always wanted Batman. Whereas in this, with before or any of that, and actually, I don't think you sort of long for the
You're not waiting for Bruce, are you?
No, not at all. And so I think, you know, what's great about it is that it's a character-driven drama, and DC, Ben actually said earlier on about them going sort of more psychological and with the Joker film and with the Robert Pattinson Batman, and it seems to be that they're going that way, and ours is, you know, like that as well, about the human condition, as it were. So if you want tights and capes, you're probably in the wrong place, but if you want a great drama, then you're onto something.
And also, I think when Bruno was writing, he said the same about villains. So we don't need to invent villains really, because British heritage has a huge history of terrifying people. So they all appear in the show. The Rippers, Jack the Ripper. My character's based loosely on Myra Hindley, who was a famous child killer, and we see references to other villains more recent. There's a character very briefly appears, James Savile, and it's like a droplet of modern villainy in British culture.
I think it was the world, yeah, the whole, you know, when you're doing season 1 of something that's set in a place that we've never seen before, you have to create the world, and the attention to detail has to be huge, I think. And Bruno wrote a great description of the world in the script, and then Mark Scruton, our production designer, executed it kind of perfectly. And we had loads of conversations all about, you know, yes, it's the 60s, so it's probably this kind of car, but then there'll be some fashion from the 80s maybe, or some music, you know, it spanned decades. So that was great fun. And any time, for me, the final piece of the puzzle was stepping onto these sets and being like, okay, I know what this is now. I don't know about you guys.
I think for me, being a big David Lynch fan, my favourite aspect of the show is watching it and looking in the background. Sometimes you see these like surrealist characters that aren't made a thing of, but they exist there, and it reminds you that this is a warped reality.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I had so much fun watching it the first time, because then I was like exploring the dialogue. Then I watched it again and I was literally just watching the background, and there's some great stuff going on there, like little directors having a little joke about
little gigs.
I remember doing a scene we were filming somewhere in Hampstead on this like beautiful street, and the director, because they have kind of like creative free reign, because the world he's set up means that anything can happen, and she decided for a little pig in a pram to be pushed through the middle of our scene that we had it's I've forgotten her name.
Claire.
It was Claire, yeah.
Was it?
Claire, so we were doing this scene, and she was like, there's going to be a little pig coming through a little pram, and sure enough, this little pig in a pram wheeled past us and oinked whilst we're in the middle of this scene. So it's like lots of little touches like that, or someone running back through running through a scene in a gimp suit for no reason, or a flock of nuns in weird habits. But yeah, little textures and little like things that you don't know are going to happen. Easter eggs, little things, little surprises all along the way, I think.
I love it because I'm a little bit weird like that, and think I really just like looking at people's insides and scars and blood, because originally that's what I wanted to do for my job. I wanted to do special effects, so I'm always excited, and I keep getting caught and told off for hanging around with the prosthetics. I do my own little photo shoots behind, like holding decapitated heads and legs and stuff. Yet to post on my social media. Stay tuned.
It's exciting to be in a show that doesn't have to toe the line in terms of watershed or swearing, and that means it's boundaryless and that anything can happen in a way. That's exciting, I think. If we had to kind of be all prim and proper, the show wouldn't work. It's set in a very dark, weird world, so that stuff has to be able to happen for the show to work.